We currently live in an age of immense technical achievement. We build machines capable of breaking the bonds of Earth's gravity, and we carry supercomputers in our pockets that can access the sum of human knowledge. This graph represents the way we usually think about human history. We assume progress is a reliable upward staircase, starting with simple stone tools and climbing steadily toward modern technology. But the archaeological record provides a different picture. Researchers continue to pull artifacts out of the dirt that conflict with that neat linear timeline, finding objects far too advanced, far too precise, or far too massive for the eras they belong to. To understand the scale of what is missing from our records, we have to examine three specific pillars of lost knowledge: architecture, technology, and language. Together, they suggest ancient civilizations possessed capabilities that modern history cannot yet fully explain. The first pillar sits buried in the hills of modern-day Turkey. It's an ancient temple complex called Göbekli Tepe, and it forces us to rethink the capabilities of prehistoric societies. Look at these massive, T-shaped limestone pillars. Some stand 16 feet tall and weigh several tons. More importantly, they are covered in intricate reliefs of foxes, scorpions, and vultures, proving these stones weren't just functional, they were deeply symbolic. This site is roughly 11,000 years old. That means humans were cutting and hauling multi-ton monoliths 6,000 years before the Egyptian pyramids, at a time before the wheel existed and before humans began large-scale farming. We see this staggering logistical capability elsewhere, too. The builders of Stonehenge managed to transport stones weighing up to 40 tons across 250 kilometers of difficult terrain, long before the existence of heavy-duty transport vehicles. And it extends to precision at scale. When workers unearthed Qin Shi Huang's terracotta army in China, they found thousands of life-sized clay soldiers where every single face, posture, and uniform is unique, pointing to a highly advanced, individualized production system. These megastructures suggest that humans were organizing into complex groups to build symbolic and religious monuments long before they had the stability of a farming-based society. The sheer coordination and symbolic art found at these sites show that social and spiritual complexity actually predated the agricultural revolution. While ancient societies could coordinate massive logistical networks, we find equally strange evidence when we look at the microscale of precision mechanics. In 1901, divers exploring a shipwreck off the coast of Greece found a corroded lump of metal that became known as the Antikythera mechanism, a 2,100-year-old device that functioned as an advanced analog computer. This image shows the surviving interior of that device. It contains roughly 30 bronze gears cut with such exact precision that the machine could track the movements of the sun, moon, and planets, and even predict future eclipses centuries in advance. In Egypt, the Saqqara bird, a small wooden artifact carved over 2 millennia ago, shares the exact aerodynamic proportions of a modern glider, featuring straight wings and a vertical tail stabilizer that suggests a working knowledge of flight principles. At Dendera Temple, a specific carving depicts an elongated bulb shape containing a snaking line that resembles a filament. To many observers, the visual similarity to a modern electrical light bulb is impossible to ignore. These artifacts blur the line between ancient symbolism and precision engineering. They represent a massive blind spot in our technological record, suggesting that the ancients mastered mechanical principles that we assumed were only discovered in the last few centuries. We can analyze their gears and test their stone engineering, but to truly understand their minds, we must read their words. And that brings us to the final pillar, language. This is the Rosetta Stone. Because it contains the same decree written in 3 distinct scripts, including ancient Greek, scholars were able to use the known Greek text to translate the Egyptian hieroglyphics, providing the first readable record of an entire civilization's history. But not all ancient texts are as accessible. The Dead Sea Scrolls remain a massive puzzle, with translators spending decades trying to piece together fragmented parchment just to understand why these specific messages were hidden in desert caves. Then there is the Phaistos disc. This 4,000-year-old clay plate is stamped with a spiraling sequence of symbols that have no known connection to any other human language. It remains a completely isolated code that has never been solved. Even more bizarre is the Voynich manuscript, a 600-year-old book filled with vibrant illustrations of plants that match no known species. The surrounding text has a distinct rhythm and repeating structure, proving it's a deliberate language. Yet despite being analyzed by top cryptologists and modern artificial intelligence, not a single word has been successfully translated. These unbreakable codes represent entirely lost human perspectives. The blueprints for how they moved 40-ton stones or calculated planetary orbits might be sitting right in front of us, forever hidden behind languages we can no longer speak. When we look at these three pillars, the idea of a steady, upward timeline for human progress disappears. History is not a reliable staircase. It is a series of peaks and deep collapses. It shows how fragile our knowledge truly is. A society can map the stars and engineer complex machines, only to have that entire body of data erased by time or disaster. These 10 artifacts are a humbling mirror. They remind us that our own digital records and modern achievements are just as vulnerable to being lost to the dirt. The historical record is far from complete. We are currently building on top of forgotten empires, and a single new discovery could force us to reevaluate when and how human civilization actually began.